Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping right into a pretty brilliant strategy. It's all about how to buy an electric car in one of the toughest markets on the planet. This is basically a playbook for turning what should be a huge expense into a smart, calculated win. So, how do you do it? How do you snag a big car on a tight budget in a city that's famous for being crazy expensive? Well, we're going to break down a real-world strategy for buying a premium EV right in the middle of that tough Singapore market. And look, this isn't just about picking a car you like. It's about playing the game, executing a really clever plan to win on the price tag.
All right, so first things first, every good plan needs a target, right? Let's meet the car that's at the very center of this whole strategy, the BYD Seal 6.
Now, here's what's so smart about this. The goal isn't just buy an EV. Nope. It's to get all the space and comfort of a big family sedan, what the car world calls a D-segment vehicle, but without that eye-watering premium price. We're talking tons of legroom, a really comfortable ride, but all on a much, much smarter budget. And these specs, they show you exactly why this car is the perfect choice. You've got a solid range of 425 kilometers, and it's got that super safe BYD Blade battery everyone talks about. But focus on those last two numbers for a second. The length and the wheelbase. That's the magic sauce. That's what gives you that roomy, spacious interior we were just talking about. Okay, so out of all those specs, there is one number that is more important than all the others. And it's this one, 95 kilowatts. And trust me, that is not just some random power rating. This number, 95 kilowatts, is the absolute linchpin of this entire strategy. You see, it was very deliberately engineered to sneak in just under the power limit for Singapore's cheaper Category A COE. It's this one tiny detail that separates this car from its more powerful, much more expensive siblings. We're talking a massive saving here. It's honestly just a brilliant bit of product design. Okay, so with that crucial piece of info in mind, let's get down to brass tacks. What does this car actually cost to drive away in as of March 2026? And here comes the sticker shock. Get ready for it. Over $111,000. And that's not even for the car. That's just for the piece of paper, the Certificate of Entitlement, or COE, that lets you own a car for 10 years. It's wild. That piece of paper costs more than entire cars in most other countries. Okay, thankfully, there is some relief. The government does give you a break for buying a cleaner car. You've got the VE's rebate and the EV early adoption incentive. You add those two up, and boom, that's a solid $30,000 knocked right off the top. A big help for sure. So let's do the math. You take the car's price, you add that crazy high COE, and then you subtract those rebates we just talked about, and you land right here, $165,000. Now, that's still a big number, I know, but hold on, because the strategy is far from over. All right, so we've crunched the numbers, but this is where the strategy gets interesting. It moves beyond just dollars and cents and into something way more personal. A unique little twist that makes this whole decision perfectly tailored to one specific person. See, for the person in our case study, the color of the car, Ivory Gold, is way more than just a style choice. It's actually a super deliberate decision based on the principles of Bazi. Now, if you're not familiar, Bazi is a kind of Chinese metaphysics where you analyze a person's birth chart. And in this case, the color is meant to be a kind of personal, functional remedy. Pretty cool, right? And the thinking behind it is actually fascinating. The color wasn't picked at random. It was chosen for 4 specific reasons pulled right from the buyer's Bazi chart. First, it's meant to offer protection and support. Second, it balances out their chart with a warm color to boost their energy. Third, it complements their personality type. And finally, even the brown interior was chosen to create a grounded feeling. I mean, talk about personalization. This goes so much deeper than just picking your favorite color. Okay, buckle up because now we get to the final and maybe the most critical part of this whole plan. It's all about playing the waiting game to lock in the absolute best possible price. So what's the mission? Simple. Take that $165,000 price tag and chop another 21 grand off it. But how? Well, the whole thing hinges on one thing: timing the crazy, volatile COE market perfectly. And you can see the plan right here. The goal is to wait for that COE price to drop from where it is now, over $111,000, all the way down to a target of $90,000. It's a bold play, for sure, but it's not a wild guess. It's all based on some really careful market analysis. So you might be asking, how is that even possible? Well, it comes down to two key things to watch for. First, the government is expected to increase the number of COEs available. Basic economics, right? More supply usually means lower prices. And second, the school holidays in June and July are typically a slow period for car sales. You put those two things together and you get a perfect little window of opportunity.
And if this whole calculated risk pays off, if that COE hits the $90,000 target, the final price drops all the way down to around $145,000. Now that is a much more manageable number. And that, my friends, is the power of a really smart layered strategy.
So what's the big lesson here? It's that a truly winning strategy, and this goes for buying a car, a house, anything big, it's rarely just about one thing. It's about combining the hard data with smart timing and, like we saw here, maybe even a deeply personal X factor that makes the decision feel right for you. It's a great reminder that the best plans aren't just logical on paper. They have to connect with you too. So it really makes you think, doesn't it? What's the X factor, the secret ingredient in your next big decision?